The pitch of a lifetime. A workplace story for English shadowing. Monday morning at Vanguard Innovations began like any other. But for Maya, a dedicated assistant project manager, the day was about to turn upside down. The office was buzzing with the typical sounds of ringing phones, clicking keyboards, and low murmurs around the coffee machine. Maya sat at her desk, carefully reviewing her weekly task list and organizing her emails. Her team had been working tirelessly for 3 months on a brand new software proposal for Apex Global, their largest client. Everything was scheduled for a crucial boardroom presentation at 10 o'clock sharp. Her manager, David, was supposed to deliver the pitch, while Maya was assigned to take notes and handle the slide transitions. If you're finding your flow with today's session, subscribe to the Story Shadow. Check out our other content and join the conversation in the comments. Precisely 8:45, Maya's phone rang. It was David calling from his car. His voice sounded hoarse and strained. "Maya, I have bad news," he said, coughing softly. "I woke up with a severe fever and completely lost my voice. The doctor says I cannot speak for at least 2 days. We cannot postpone this meeting because the executives from Apex Global are flying back to London tonight. You have to deliver the presentation." Maya felt her heart skip a beat. Her palms grew warm, and her throat felt completely dry. "David, are you sure?" she asked, trying to keep her voice steady. "I know the material, but I have never presented to senior executives before." David reassured her immediately. "You wrote half of the report yourself. You know the figures, you know the strategy, and you are ready. Trust your preparation. Review the executive summary, and take control of the room." Maya took a deep breath, closed her eyes for 3 seconds and exhaled slowly. She knew this was a daunting challenge, but it was also the greatest career opportunity she had ever received. She immediately opened the presentation deck on her monitor. She spent the next hour walking through each slide, repeating key transitions out loud to practice her timing and articulation. "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your time today. Today, I am excited to present our innovative strategy for digital transformation." She repeated the opening line 3 times until her tone sounded natural, confident, and clear. By 9:50, Maya walked into the main boardroom. The room was grand, featuring a polished mahogany table, high-backed leather chairs, and panoramic views of the city skyline. She connected her laptop to the widescreen projector, double-checked the audiovisual connection, and placed a clean notepad beside her presenter remote. Within 10 minutes, the room filled with senior leadership. Mr. Henderson, the Chief Executive Officer of Vanguard Innovations, entered alongside Ms. Clarissa Vance, the Vice President of Operations at Apex Global, accompanied by 3 senior consultants. "Welcome, everyone," Mr. Henderson announced, standing at the head of the table. "Before we begin, I would like to note that David fell ill this morning. However, our lead project specialist, Maya, will be presenting our proposal. She has been central to this project's development from day one." Ms. Vance smiled politely, nodding her head. "We appreciate you stepping up on short notice, Maya. The floor is yours." Maya stood tall at the front of the room, looking directly into the eyes of her audience. She paused briefly to gather her composure, smiled, and began. "Thank you, Ms. Vance, Mr. Henderson, and distinguished guests. Today, we are addressing a critical milestone in operational efficiency. Over the past quarter, our team conducted an in-depth analysis of your current workflow systems. We discovered 3 primary bottlenecks that reduce daily productivity by nearly 22%. She clicked the remote, transitioning smoothly to the first dynamic chart. As you can see on this diagram, our proposed software integration automates manual data entry, unifies communication across departments, and reduces project delivery timelines significantly. By adopting this solution, your team will save over 15 hours per employee every single week. As she spoke, Maya focused on her pacing. She remembered David's advice. Speak clearly, emphasize key vocabulary, and pause after important statistics to let the information sink in. When presenting financial projections, she slowed her speech down slightly to project authority. Our financial modeling indicates a complete return on investment within 7 months of deployment. Ms. Vance leaned forward, looking intently at the slide. That is an ambitious timeframe, Maya. How does your system ensure data security during the initial migration process? This was the moment Maya had rehearsed endlessly. Instead of showing hesitation, she welcomed the question with a subtle nod. That is an excellent question, Ms. Vance. Data security is our top priority. During the initial 4-week rollout, we utilize end-to-end encryption protocols alongside parallel testing. Your original data remains completely isolated and secure until the new infrastructure passes all safety benchmarks. The room remained quiet for a brief moment as Ms. Vance made a note in her notebook. Then a small, approving smile appeared on her face. That addresses our primary concern very clearly, Ms. Vance stated. Maya continued through the remaining slides, highlighting team timelines, training schedules, and quarterly milestones with steady confidence. When she reached the final summary slide, she brought her presentation to a decisive conclusion. In summary, this partnership provides Apex Global with the exact tools needed to scale efficiently, protect critical assets, and maintain a competitive edge in the global market. Thank you for your attention, and I am now open to any further questions. The boardroom erupted into warm applause. Mr. Henderson looked visibly impressed, while Ms. Vance stood up to shake Maya's hand. That was one of the most articulate, well-structured presentations I have seen all year, Ms. Vance said warmly. You handled complex technical questions with remarkable clarity. We are ready to move forward with the contract. After the executives left the room, Maya sat back down in her chair, taking a long, satisfying breath. Her phone buzzed on the table. It was a message from David. I heard from Mr. Henderson. You did an outstanding job. Maya smiled, knowing that she had overcome her fear and stepped up when it mattered most. She had not only saved the project, but she had also proven to herself and her entire company that she was ready for the next level in her career. If you're finding your flow with today's session, subscribe to the Story Shadow. Check out our other content and join the conversation in the comments.